And the Lord said to me, "You have seen well, for I am actively watching over my word to fulfill it." Jeremiah 1:12.
Hi y'all, welcome back to the channel, okay? If you're here in this video, you're probably here because you saw the last video regarding my announcement about my new place! Y'all hear the echo? It's amazing in here. Yeah, so, as promised, this is part 2. I appreciate all of y'all first of all, just loving on me, and just congratulating me, and just all of the good stuff, you know. I'm very, 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 very appreciative. All the glory belongs to God, and I'm not even playing when I say that. Like, I'm just a vessel. So, let's get into the good stuff, because that's what you came here for. But before we do that, make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Just because my life has been real juicy, and as time goes on, I'll be sharing more. So the last few months have been real crazy for you, girl. And yeah, so I wrote down notes to keep me on track. So if you see me looking down, that's why. I have 2 books here, because I just recently started a new journal. So some of them, you know, are in both, whatever. So here we go. Okay, you ready? I'm ready, let's go. So, first up, as you know, I just got a new apartment. I'm gonna leave the floor. Yeah, just got a new apartment, right? But here's how it went. So y'all saw like bits and pieces of like, you know, what went on, but here are the deets. Here are the juicy deets. Here are the good stuff, okay? Here are the details. So we're gonna start from the beginning, all right? So, on August 10th, it started back in August, right? Okay, wait, y'all don't have to stay with me, because I'm going to be saying dates, so just pay attention to what I say, because we're going to go kind of fast. I don't want this video to be hella long. So, just for y'all to know, for y'all to have reference, for context, the way that God speaks to me is through, like, he writes to me, or he, like, writes through me. So, every morning I get up and I pray, and I recently just started like getting into my word more, because I was always just very, very like intimidated by it, because it's not a small book. There's a lot of good stuff in here, but where to start? Okay, yeah, Genesis, the beginning, right? But like, okay, how? You know? So I'll link a video that I found on TikTok that has been helping me a lot. But anyway, I pray every morning, and then I've been following this video, which is like a guidance to like how to study, and God like literally writes to me as like what I should do and how I should do it and all this stuff, right? But when it comes to him writing to me or me hearing God's voice, this year, if I'm being completely transparent, has been different for me, because I've battled, past tense, I've battled with knowing if I was hearing God's voice correctly. And that was because recently I realized that there was a situation that I swore I heard God's voice on, and I was completely wrong. And it was actually my will. And it was what I was thinking I wanted, and I swore that God wanted the same for me, and come to find out that wasn't it. So it made me question if I ever really heard God and all this stuff. So I was dealing with that for like months, right? So when it came to this situation and other current situations that have been happening in my life, I was just like, Lord, I don't know if this is you. I don't know if this is me. I don't know how to move forward, because I don't want to do my will. Like, I don't want to be disobedient. I want to be in your will. I want to be in alignment. So that's been my consistent prayer. So that's just context, right? So y'all know like why this was such a like huge deal. So yes, August 10th, I swore I heard God say, start looking for apartments in Philly. But I like brushed it off. I've been visiting Philly for like a couple of months now. But being quite honest, I'm from Brooklyn, okay? I ain't trying to move out of Brooklyn, the best city in the world. Are you kidding me? From New York. I ain't leaving New York. So Philly is cute. But I was never like, oh my God, I'm moving to Philly. Love Philly so much, want to move here. Never said that. So I brushed it off. This is August 10th, right? Sunday, August 15th, I'm in church. My bishop is preaching towards the end of service. He's like, I need y'all to write the vision. So he quoted Habakkuk, I hope that's how you say it, 2, verse 2 and 3. That scripture says, write the vision, make it plain, right? He quoted that. So when he said that, it popped into my head, because I've done this before, but for whatever reason, it popped into my head, and I was like, yo, I need to write down what I want in my apartment. I've written this down before. This is like probably a year ago I wrote this down. It's the last time I wrote it down. So I was like, that came into my mind. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that like tonight or tomorrow. That week, I was coming to Philly just to spend time in Philly. So that week I came to Philly, so I left Monday. So I didn't get a chance to do it on Monday. Monday was the 16th. The 17th, as I mentioned in the last video, 17 is like my number, 117, 17. That's like another way that God speaks to me, confirmation-wise and stuff. So the 17th, not even realizing it, I woke up, I was praying, and I was like, oh, I didn't get a chance to write down like what I want in my apartment. So I wrote it. I wrote it down that morning. This was like 6 in the morning, y'all. I'm gonna just quickly read what I wrote down because it's going to make sense later. So let me find it real quick so y'all just know, right? I'll probably include a picture. So I put new apartment. I put new apartment building, stainless steel kitchen appliances, hidden fridge, great neighbors, 2 bedrooms, spacious, great maintenance, great renting company, a lot of natural light, large windows, floor-to-ceiling windows. I wanted exposed brick, amazing neighborhood, large bathroom, walk-in shower, nice separate tub, a balcony, nice size, spacious, in a great neighborhood. Building has parking, big living room area, a lot of kitchen counter space, kitchen island, tall ceilings, a lot of great closet space, great views, peaceful, serene, not a loud surrounding. Bedroom is big enough to fit a king-size bed, and still have a lot of space. In-unit washer and dryer, beautiful layout design, gym, doorman, rooftop access, walk-in closet. These are all things that I wrote down. And I wrote down my budget for what I wanted to pay, right? So I wrote all this down on the 17th, the morning of the 17th. As I mentioned and you saw in the last video, that night I got a message from Supriseeee. So Supriseeee and I, we went to junior high school together. But we've connected like recently again, just in terms of like the influencer and content creator world. So we talk here and there, we support each other in our crafts and stuff, but we don't talk outside of that. So for me to receive that message from her was like completely random. It was unexpected. So when I read it, I was just like, what is happening? And I just was bawling, crying for 45 minutes straight to an hour. And I just like was shook because I just wrote down what I wanted in my apartment that morning, and I was supposed to write it down that Sunday. So that's why I was just like, yo, what is happening, Lord? Like, what's going on? Like, confirm this. And she said that. That's how you know she's like bomb, because a lot of people with the prophetic gift, they just expect you to take what they say, but for her to be like, no, pray on this, you take this to God, that meant a lot, and I did. So that was the 17th. So that Saturday, August 21st, 2021, God confirmed that I would in fact be moving. And he told me that I would be moving to Philly in September. So let me look for that page so I can tell y'all exactly what he said to me. He said, stay connected to me and focus on me. Seek my direction. There will be a lot of opinions thrown your way, but the only thing that matters is that you're abiding by my will. You've done it before. The next time it will be on a different level. You will be moving soon. September. I'm sorry, what? September. Bruh. What are you talking about? So, in reference to him saying to me, you've done it before, the next time it will be different. If you've been following me for a while, you know that God had me leave school. My last year of college, he had me leave school. So that's what he was referring to. So in essence, I was prepared for this because I've done it before. But this will be on a different level, clearly. So I was just like, September? Okay, cool, whatever. All right, you got it. Because you know what? We've done this before. So if you say September, you say September. But again, in the back of my mind, I'm like, yo, am I hearing you correctly? Because there's been times where I thought I was and I wasn't, right? So, okay, cool. September 21st, he confirms it. September. August 21st, he confirms it. I'm sorry. So September 1st. September was amazing in all the best ways for me. Like God, I asked God to show up and show out, and that's exactly what he did. So we started September with a global campaign. This is September 1st, y'all. Global campaign. I relaunched Booked and Balanced, my Christian streetwear clothing line. I relaunched it after like 2 years of like not, launching anything or releasing anything. Relaunched it, my most successful launch to date. Okay? Launched that on the 17th. So, yeah. Okay? I already had a hectic month to plan for, like, marketing rollout for Booked and Balanced, like everything. Crazy, right? Cool. All right. September 1st, told you the global campaign. God also told me to start searching again, right? So this is the first. Hold on, let me find it. He told me to start up your search because I had started looking for apartments and then I stopped. So he was like, start up your search again. It will be an apartment first, but you won't be there for long. It will be a new building, new appliances, parking, safety, gym, and rooftop. I have you. That's what he told me. Okay, cool. September 9th. Bible study. I was in Bible study, and my elder who leads Bible study, he said, and this cracked me, he said, God wouldn't tell you what to ask for and not provide it. I'm sorry, sir, what? What did you just say to me? Yeah, that's what he said to me. That's what he said to us. And I'm just like, wow, okay. That cracked me because God, you told me to ask you for what I want. You told me to write it down. So that means you gonna provide what you said, what you told me to ask you for. All right, cool. So that was the end of like this journal. And I wrote in the end, I said, basically I will be moving into my own 2-bedroom apartment this month, September 2021. Lord, I thank you in advance. And I also have Jeremiah 1:12. He hastens to perform his word. That was also the scripture that I put in the beginning of the video, which is most likely in the beginning of this video as well, because that's just been the scripture I've been meditating on this entire time. So that was the 9th. So the 10th, Friday, September 10th, I took a day trip to Philly. So during this time, I had like on a list of like apartments that I favored, like on apartments.com and whatever. So there was this one that I felt that God led me to go see. So I called everything, right? So mind you, keep these 3 things in mind. God told me September. He told me I'll be moving September. He told me don't settle for anything less than a 2-bedroom apartment. And what's the 3rd thing? September, 2-bedroom, don't settle. Right. So off rip, I'm calling people, and if one of those things aren't aligning, then it's clipped. Like there's nothing else we need to talk about because we're talking about September, we're talking about 2 bedrooms. If y'all don't got that, then y'all not it. So there was one building he led me to go see, right? So I get there, I'm very, very excited. My sister went with me. My 2 sisters went with me, Drea and Chris. Hey y'all. They went with me, took a day trip to Philly. We viewed it. And no, before then, okay, sorry, I missed the part. So I called, that was a Friday. I think that Tuesday I called to schedule. So I called the lady. She's very nice on the phone. She's like, oh yeah, we have a 2-bedroom that's available as early as the 15th to move in. So I'm like, the 15th, like what? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, is it available to view for a tour this Thursday or Friday? She's like, yeah. I said, okay, I'm gonna call you back. I'm going to call my sister to double check and see which day would be good for her since she's coming with me. She said, okay. Call her back after I trying to confirm that Friday. She's like, oh, the unit's already taken. Somebody just called in put in a deposit and put in their application. So in my mind, I'm like, just because they put in an application doesn't mean it's approved. So I'm like, I still want to come see it because I'm just thinking this is resistance, right? So we scheduled to go see it, but after I got off the phone with her, I'm just really confused because I'm like, God, you led me to call this place and she's talking about it's gone. Like, I don't get it. So we get down there on Friday. The place, again, she like reiterates that she has another 2-bedroom, but it's not going to be available until December. Automatic dub. I was like, okay, I still would like to see this, 2-bedroom that you have. Walk into the 2-bedroom. It wasn't given. Like, it looked nicer online. The complex itself was great. And the complex itself, now that I think about it, it was showing me what I wanted in the building that I wanted to live in, because like it had everything that I wanted in terms of like amenities. Like it had a gym, it had like a community room, it had like a pool, it had all these things that I wanted. So I got to see that. But right then and there, I was just like aggravated because I'm like, we done wasted a trip to come down here, and it's not even giving what the girl said it was supposed to give. So what was the point? So yeah, that was that. And I left there a little discouraged because I'm like, I didn't even plan this trip accordingly. If I would have known, God, like I don't get it. Like I would have planned to go view other places, blah blah. So I'm like, at the end of it, I was just like, yo, am I hearing God correctly? Again, battling this, right? So fast forward, that Sunday, I was on Sunday school, and my bishop, it was just talking, and then he started prophesying, and he was just like, somebody on this call, you're questioning like if you heard God, and God just wants you to know that you are hearing Him and that you're doing the right things, and for you to just keep going. That's basically what he said, and I was just like, all right, God, like that was confirmation. My sister was texting me, you hear this? Like he's talking to you. I'm just like, yo, he's all my business. But that let me know, that I was hearing him correctly. Oh my God, 17 minutes. Hurry up, Kiana. Okay, so that was Sunday. It just boosted up, my confidence again. So Friday the 17th, Booked and Balanced launch. That week was crazy in all the best ways. Enjoyed every bit of it. Hectic as all heck, all get out. But we had the most successful launch that I've ever had with Booked and Balanced. I was grateful and so happy and just head over heels, okay? But yeah, with all of this time passing, I needed to start looking for apartments again. So the 19th, my boo thing and I, we started looking for apartments again. And he helped me a lot. And more to be talked about when it comes to that. But yeah, started looking for apartments again. And then that Monday, September 20th, I started calling apartments for tours. So initially there were 12 to 15 apartments that I had on this list of ones that I liked, right, that I was calling. Again, 3 things: do not settle, 2-bedroom apartment, and I need to move in September. So at this point, September 20th is when I'm calling. I'm calling to see it that same week. I was going to head down to Philly the 22nd. If you look and see, that means that I only have 1 more week. So that's immediate moving, folks, okay? So they were like, oh, okay, so just off the basis of that, some places was like, we don't have availability until November, December. Some places was like, oh, we got hit by Hurricane Ida, it's a dub. Some places was like, we don't have any 2-bedrooms available. So with all that being said, it was narrowed down very quickly. So I ended up with 4 places on Wednesday, 1 place on Thursday. So that's what we worked with. Moving forward in faith. I got my fine tail up. Oh, wait, before that. So that was Monday, right? Tuesday, September 21st, as y'all saw in the video, the second part of me talking, well, when I was actually talking to Supriseeee, that was right after a live I did. So in that live, I was just discussing the success of the launch for Booked and Balanced, and I was just explaining to people like, that God's been moving a lot behind the scenes and all these things. And I'm just so grateful because all of the prayers that I've prayed like literally 4 years ago are now manifesting, and I was just grateful. And in the midst of me saying that, Supriseeee commented. Mind you, I haven't talked to Supriseeee since August 17th when she DM'd me Supriseeee jumps on the live, she comments, she's like, oh, I hope you're getting ready for your apartment. Excuse me, ma'am, what? Mind you, I'm preparing to go to Philly the next day to look at apartments. So I'm like, what are you talking about? And like, if you were on that live, you saw how flustered I was. I wasn't able to save the live. I would have put the clip in here, but I was so flustered because I'm like, Supriseeee, what? How do you know? So once I got off the live, that's when I called her, and that's the interaction that y'all saw. And she was just discussing the dream with me again, and she was just basically reaffirming that, like, you're gonna get this apartment. Like, you're gonna get this apartment. It's like in the dream, Kiana, you had the keys in your hand. It's not like we were going to look at apartments. Like, you were going to look for apartments, and you were going to, like, you're going to get the apartment. So that just provided me with so much comfort, y'all, because in the back of my mind also, this was also another thing. Back of my mind, I'm just like, how, God, how? Because from me getting my car last year, there were hard inquiries on my account, on like my credit. And I'm just like, they're gonna look, they have to check your credit. They're gonna check your credit, they're gonna, what? Credit score is good, but hard inquiries on my account. My credit score, my credit, whatever. Okay, cool. Also, with me being an influencer, I don't have like a, automatic, oh, I'll get paid every 2 weeks. It's like it varies and the amounts vary and all this other stuff. So I'm like, how am I supposed to show proof of income like this? That was in my mind too. So I'm just like, Lord, how? Right? So Supriseeee, with her telling me like, no, Kiana, like in my dream, you're going to get the apartment. So don't settle, you're gonna get the apartment. That just provided me so much comfort, and I'm just like, okay, God, thank you. And it's the day before I'm about to leave. So Wednesday, go look at these apartments. The first one that I showed y'all anything, it just wasn't there. Like, attitudes were off. As soon as I walked in the building, it was horrible. The place was decent, but I was just whatever. The next two apartments were shown to us by these two women, and they were very nice, but the apartments they weren't it, and the areas just weren't it. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm leaving Brooklyn. We're already, if you're from Brooklyn, you're from New York, you're already on edge just because it's just natural. Like, you're not really scared of anything, but you just know to be on edge because, things could pop off, right? In my mind, I'm like, I'm not going to leave my state, my city, to go to another city to also be on edge. And, Philly ain't no walk in the park in certain places, babe. Like, it's becoming gentrified, but everywhere ain't, all peaches and cream. So I was like, I refuse. I want to be somewhere nice, somewhere calm, somewhere I could be at peace. So the properties that the two ladies showed us, they were like not in the best areas, and they were trying to like upsell it. And it was just like, baby girl, I'm from the hood. I know what the hood look like. I know this is a gentrified area, because if I walk up the block, it's something different. So that's basically what it was. And then the last one for that day, it was nice, but they wanted you to. It was some craziness. Like, the guy was very, like, just whatever as well. And across the street, there was a building that, like, was in the midst of being remodeled. So you can see that. It was like an eyesore right outside your window. And then, like, they wanted, like, a $2,000 deposit just for you to apply. It was just stupidness. So I was just left, and I was just like, we literally only have one more, well, really two, because the two women, they said they had another property that they would, like, add us to the schedule to see the next day. So Thursday, we ended up having 2 to go view. So I'm just like, all right, Lord, like, 4 is off the list, right? Okay, cool. On my way down to Philly, I watched Michael Todd's sermon, Don't Put a Cap on God's Commands. I think that's the name of it. I'll link it below. I didn't get to finish watching it. I finished watching it on my way to the first place, the first apartment, Thursday morning. And I tell you, that thing cracked me. Basically, he was just saying, like, whatever God's calling you to do, don't limit him in it. So take your limits off of it, because God wants to do more than that. So that cracked me, because in my mind, I'm just like, I want to pay this much. I want to pay this much. And I feel like that was God telling me, like, you're going to pay more than that. But I need you to be okay with that, because I'm your provider, and I'm Jehovah Jireh. I will make a way, and you're still gonna get it. And I'm gonna show you that it's me. And I don't care what it looks like. And I don't care what you think you don't have. So I was just like, this is real uncomfortable. Okay. So honestly, I was not expecting to like the place. So the place that we saw on Thursday, that I viewed that Thursday, was my current apartment now. So when I tell y'all I walked in, I absolutely loved it. I was taking videos, I was taking pictures. That was not what I was doing in the other ones the day before. So I absolutely fell in love with this place from jump. Very spacious. Everything that I listed, y'all, everything that I listed, this apartment has, and then some. Like everything. Walk-in closet, 2 separate bathrooms. One bathroom has a tub, one bathroom has a standing shower. I have two sinks in my shower. I'm probably, this is gonna be too long for me to do an empty apartment tour. That'll probably be separate. But yeah, literally everything that I wanted and then some, right? So that was Thursday. So the other property, there's nothing to talk about, whatever. Thursday, preparing to go to sleep, studying that night, and Habakkuk 2 and 2 and 3 pops up again. And I'm just like, what is going on? And I was becoming uneasy because I'm just like, Lord, I would have to, like the rates could change within like, you know, a day. So it's better to, this apartment was available for immediate move-in for September 30th. September 30th, the last day of September. I was like, God, you're real funny. So I was praying, I was like, God, I would have to apply. I would have to apply like sooner rather than later. So that night, I was like, Habakkuk 2 and 2 and 3 came again. And then Hebrews 11, just where it's just talking about how God just kept his promises to so many different people within the Bible. Craft me. Just confirmation. And then when I was in the shower that night, I was praying. I'm just like, Lord, I really love this place today. This was the only place I loved. Lord, I love this place. But God, if this is not what you want, if this is not in your will for me, I understand because I know you have something better. But just direct me and you take control because it won't be me. It will not be me. It will be all you because I cannot do this by myself. It would not be me. None of it makes sense. So I woke up the next morning, that Friday, and I was praying, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna apply. So I did what I needed to do to apply. I applied at 11:30 that morning. There was like a little hiccup where I thought I didn't like, with me providing my like proof of income and stuff, I thought I was gonna have to do some extra stuff, and she was just like, it was a woman that showed us, and also in Suli's dream, she said there was a woman that was like in the dream as well, and it was only her, the woman that showed us, Victoria, the woman who showed us this apartment, she was the only single woman that gave us tours. Other than that, it was either a man or it was 2 women. So that was also confirmation for me. But she was just like, no, you're fine. Like everything went smoothly, y'all. I got approved at 2 p.m. that same day, Friday, 2 p.m. I got approved. And I was just like, I started crying. Because I'm just like, Lord, what? I came here and in the matter of 3 days, I just saw this apartment yesterday, the 23rd of September. The 24th, I got approved. The 25th, that Saturday, I did my final walkthrough and I signed my lease. Didn't need a co-signer, nothing. Everything just flowed. And that's how I knew it was God as well, because God is not the author of confusion. If you're getting consistent, things are just not feeling at peace altogether, it's not flowing, that's how you know God is not there. And you should just go back, all right, what's going on? None of that was happening. It was just smooth. Even down to me moving in, smooth as ever. My family being available to come help me, just everything, it's crazy. So I had to start getting ready. I had to like tell my family that I'm moving, tell my friends that I'm moving. All this is happening quickly, but I think that happened because God was also preparing my family prior to, like, just in the sequence of events of things happening. It was like in preparation of me getting ready to leave. And then also I feel like if he would have given me more time for them, like me to tell them and for it to be explained, he knows me and he knows how much my family means to me. So I would have been like real hesitant and I would have probably like backed out of doing it because, yeah. Also, what he referred to, like, there's gonna be a lot of opinions. That was happening, but I've dealt with that before with my initial me leaving school. So it's like I knew how to navigate it better, but this time was different because I was stronger in my faith and I wasn't like a baby Christian anymore. So it was like, kind of go back to your word, go back to what God was telling you, seek confirmation in your word, and that's what I did. So it was easier for me to just like stand on that and trust God in that this time around. And I'm just grateful because I was able to recognize like the attacks of the enemy when that came. But yeah, y'all, that's what happened. That's what happened. And I moved in on the 30th. So I got myself together the next couple of days, and then on the 30th I moved in. So God was true to his word, true to his promise. He said September, the last day of September, I was in my apartment, my brand new apartment, and I'm grateful. So I hope this video was encouraging to you. I hope that it bless you. If you're seeking confirmation or a sign from God, I hope that he led you to this video for you to receive that. If you're believing him for something, if you're seeking him for something, if you're seeking his direction for something, I pray that he continues to just provide you with clarity and that he reveals it in his word to you. And oftentimes he won't use the people that you think he'll use to bring that message forth to you or that confirmation forth to you. So just be open to receiving it, because for me it happened unexpectedly from Supriseeee. And like the people that I thought it would have happened or I would have gotten it from, it wasn't them. And that's what made it even more like, what? Like random. But that's how I knew it was God also. Not that it wouldn't have been God from the other people, but it was like, because it was random to me, it was like, this has to be God because it doesn't make sense for it to be, like, it just, yeah. So that's my prayer for y'all. I love y'all. I thank y'all for watching this video. I'm sorry that it's kind of long, but I needed to, like, every detail was vital. And I know y'all would appreciate me sharing everything. So that's the story of how I got my new apartment. I think I will be uploading an empty apartment tour, or kind of empty apartment, because I already kind of started settling in. But just expect more interior design content with me, from me, more vlogs. Y'all definitely gonna be seeing my face more. I have to like just realign everything and just get used to being I'm on my own. So yeah, I love y'all. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. Make sure you like, give this video a thumbs up, and you comment and subscribe if you have any questions, need encouragement. Slide in my DMs. Let's get pop. Bye y'all.